Faith in what? Yeah, I think I have a faith in like humanity and consciousness. So it's faith in something which is, it is a faith. It's something which I can't actually. It's bigger than I can describe or prove through logic alone. I mean, there's something special and indescribable about people and consciousness generally.
Absolutely none. In fact, I would say I'm pretty irreligious. I don't even think about it. And I never have, actually. I've never had any involvement with religion. Because I was educated in a system. I was educated actually a lot of the time in Switzerland, in an international school, and there were too many religions, so we had none. So it made life easier.
Indeed, it does. And it always has. But it is not to say that I practice my faith exclusively in the manner which some people think they do to isolate themselves from other streams of life. I believe strongly that my faith is so absolutely flexible, so comprehensive, and so huge that it can accommodate living with the rest of the world most comfortably. I believe in the philosophy of live and let live, and that's what we want in religions throughout the world.
Not in a religious sense, no.
No. Yes, I'm a Baha'i. I've been a Baha'i since 1979 when I was 19, and I would like to think that that plays a very big influential role in my daily life and in my lifelong outlook as well.
Indirectly, it plays a huge role in my life at the moment. Being president of the Secular Society, I find myself talking about issues surrounding faith all the time. So in that sense, it does really.
No.
No, never has, never will do.
Circumstances depends partly my own financial situation. It could be my what I thought of the person who I met. So lots of different factors. But I can sometimes feel a bit of guilt if I walk past somebody and haven't donated something. But if I think it's been spent on alcohol and such like, then probably wouldn't.
It's funny that, because I do subscribe to the theory that you shouldn't just hand over money to someone in the street, and it's much better to give it to a charity or something systematic that can... I worked for a short while in homeless hostels. I was a basic literacy teacher in homeless hostels in Leicester, and that gives you a certain perspective on things. But having said all that, you know, there is moments where your heart is touched by someone, the look on their face, the sound of their voice, the fact it's been raining all day and they're soaked, and you just can't help but reach into your pocket sometimes. It's unpredictable.
The honest answer is that it's one of these split-second decisions that have very little to justify them rationally. It's just possibly an instant evaluation at that moment of whether I think they really need it.
I usually do. I don't always if I've run out of money or I'm in a hurry, but I think most people don't beg unless they're in a really bad way. So I generally do give money.
Pass. I don't know.
On a whim, basically. I gave I gave £2 to a person selling The Big Issue about a fortnight ago, and I read The Big Issue, and fundamentally I don't like it, and I would rather give the money just to somebody begging. I think the big issue is, well, there's a big if with it.
How would I, or how do I? How do I? Am I in a good mood? Am I with someone who I want to set a good example? Like, for example, my children. How have they approached me? In the past, if someone says, can I have some money for some beer, I generally tend to give them the money on the basis that I admire that. But to be honest, most of the time I'm just pretty tight.
I think generally charity is given by people for their own consciences. They want to clear the conscience. They want to be seen to be giving because they believe that giving charity brings blessings on themselves. That is a primary motivation for a lot of people. But I don't believe in that. I would give charity to the needy. And there are many needy people in this world, less fortunate than ourselves. And we have an obligation, a duty towards them to ensure that they too have some of the good things in life that we enjoy ourselves.
I don't know. My practice varies on this. Sometimes I give and sometimes I don't. It can depend on the time of year. If it's a season of goodwill, I might give money. If I've just had a good had a windfall of some kind, I might feel that I want to share it. If the person appears to be fairly fit and able to work, and maybe is smoking or drinking or has got a dog that they're feeding, then my sympathy level goes down.